Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Pick Your Brain Podcast. I'm Simone.
It's your boy Kyle.
What up, Kim folks? It's Mike D. What's good?
And we are a platform to showcase creatives, social issues, mental health, and community empowerment.
Hey, and talk about creatives. We have a creative in the house.
Hey.
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 Said, hey.
That's all I gotta
That's all
say.
you got.
Hey.
Hey, did he just rhyme that?
I don't
He's
even know.
a drummer
A
Hey.
drummer.
for many bands, and now with Balikbayans.
Hey.
Hey.
Shout out Balikbayans. Shout out Ruby.
Okay. He is also a streetwear brand owner.
Oh, yeah.
I got it right here.
He's
Yes, sir.
SFXDC, let's go.
SFXDC, we in the building.
That's what's up. And he makes films.
Oh,
Really?
yeah.
He goes by
you
the
do?
name of Mike Films.
It's Mick Films.
Mike Films. Oh.
Because, I take films. Any kind of films, like it's basically the media. Don't underestimate
Medium
the,
format.
Yeah,
Nice.
don't underestimate the power of media. So
Yeah.
everything I do is either retro or the future.
Yeah.
It's the whole thing.
Okay.
Nice. Is that a Minolta? Is that a
But
Minolta?
yeah, it's a Minolta. It's
Nice.
a 55, a 35 mil with
Millimeter.
the
I have one in my bag right now. I
with
carry
the-
it everywhere I go.
Oh, you gotta
Okay.
take my photos then later. Come on.
Connection.
And I was like, I was gonna ask you. I was like,
Yeah.
can I take a picture of you?
Oh, see, that's what we do. We make connection. Let's go.
Thanks for having me here.
For sure. And he runs
I know.
SFC TV.
SF,
Go. Tell me about it.
SFXDC TV. It's basically the whole TV collective of the brand, which is SFXDC.
Oh, wow.
And it's
Beautiful.
because I go to school for media, so specifically like studio television.
Oh, wow.
I learned how to produce and direct, and basically the whole thing. I was once a TA at for a studio class at City College.
Oh,
CCSF. Shout out CCSF Rams, and that was my whole thing. I feel like I really, the whole thing with the brand is connected to whatever I do. So me being in school, I started doing the shows in the studio. And,
Okay.
But I was supposed to go all the way, but I don't know, COVID happened, and
yeah.
there's no in-house thing going on right now. So,
So your first love, is it drumming?
oh yeah. I was
Oh, yeah, he's a drummer. I think we forgot to mention that.
I was I play music. Started playing music around, I think since I was 14.
Oh, wow.
14?
Wow.
14?
That's nice.
Drums I started playing around 14. That's true.
Okay.
No.
So that's about like 5 years ago?
No. No, I'm not that young.
I played the violin when I was 14.
Okay.
Sample.
Hey, when he does
I
this,
don't know how to read notes anymore.
when he does his performance, pull out your violin.
I'm gonna be like, oh,
Yeah.
you're gonna hear it.
The vibes. I played music. Started playing drums when I was in the Philippines. I learned guitar first because basically in our family, we were all like musically driven since when I was growing up, and I had a brother who's into like bands, and you become a, what do you call this, apprentice. And you in the rehearsals, you in the shows. Oh, I'm always behind that. So I used to like film them before.
Yeah.
So I used to do all of that, and then I kind of soaked it all in, and then I kept going. That's it. I feel like if I stopped, I would have been still. I would have been. I didn't have the drive to keep going, because it's a lot of work and a lot of things to learn.
For sure.
Yeah.
Working on a craft is a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of dedication to actually get better at it.
And you haul those big ass shells, and
Oh hell yeah!
I don't know if you know about that.
DJing, bro. We carry all that shit.
You know what I'm
bro.
saying?
God.
It's it's the setup and then the
cleanup.
the
Yeah.
cleanup.
Hold up. I want to break this down. Like, how many instruments do you play?
I learned how to play the guitar.
Okay, guitar. The
The
drum.
bass, the drums.
Okay.
The basic band like
Band.
line.
The whole setup.
Yeah.
So you sing too then?
Yeah, I tried
So
to
you
sing
say
too.
so you
I
could be pretty much it could be the whole band.
Yeah, it's a one-man band.
Yeah.
Because if you're a musician, I feel like you're gonna have to like want to hop on like different.
Yeah,
okay.
that's true.
So
You know how to play the piano? I'm pretty sure you do, yeah.
I just know like chords,
Oh, okay.
but it's not the
Like,
Play by ear.
nah.
So, when was the first time you touched a drumstick, and what was that like?
he was
in you?
14, didn't you listen? I'm just kidding.
That's when
I'm
he
just
began.
kidding.
Like, what was that? Like, when was that? And like, how was it that? Like, you picked up a stick and you started drumming. Like, tell me about that. Like, the first
so-
time you actually played.
I think the first time I actually played was so it was funny. My brother so me and my brother when we were young we used to room together, and so I'm around music like instruments already. But back in the Philippines, you only get what you have. You know?
Yeah.
So you don't and like a piece of like secondhand drum kits are pretty still expensive, and I learned how to play a little younger, not the real drums, but we had to set up. We made our own little thing from a cajon,
Box.
the beat box. Not like the LBC Balikbayans.
Oh, okay, I was about to say.
No. The beat box. And then we have a pedal, and then those cookie tin cans.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. You take the top off, and then you put marbles in there or chains, and then you put a cover, a plastic cover,
Okay.
Yeah.
and then put rubber bands on it. So it
What's that
will-
called? Snare drum? Is that called snare drum?
it's a made up snare drum.
That's the snare. Right there.
Wow.
Yeah. So imagine that, and then what do you remember the cover, the lid cover for the cookie tin can?
Yeah.
The cookie tins.
cookie tins.
You take that out, right, and then you use that as so you punch a hole in the middle of it, and put like put a stick. And then that will be your hi-hat.
Your hi-hat? Oh my god.
I'm serious. And then I
That's what's up. Go
I
ahead.
don't even have like real sticks, so it's barbecue sticks. Or the banana cue ones are even
Oh,
thicker.
yeah.
Oh, the banana one.
Back in the Philippines, it's
That's
all
some
like
Philippine shit.
Yeah, it's like
Wow.
Yo,
I'm amazed.
when you grow up poor, man, you
Yeah.
make you can.
That's
You're very
what you do.
ingenious.
You gotta do something creative enough.
innovative. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Innovative.
Yeah.
But then again, that part of my life, and then growing up, being an apprentice with my brother, we always goes to we pull up on studio cells. Whenever they're taking a break, I'm gonna sit down.
Oh, real drums. Let's go.
Yeah,
My turn. Let's go.
my turn. Fuck around. Yeah.
So, how many bands have you been a part of? You gotta name the bands.
I've been in hella different bands.
I bet.
All right. Well, I started back in the Philippines. I had like a high school band there.
What's the band names?
Band names? Let me see if I can remember. I thought I played in an emo band.
Emo?
Oh no, not in it. Oh, that's like because I spent half. For 4 years of high school, right? Freshman and sophomore year in the Philippines. Thus, we created a band. No, I can't remember.
Okay.
But I had two bands there. I was a bass player. That's one of it. Is I was already a drummer. But then when I kind of fell into like playing the drums more because I'm too lazy to memorize chords.
Yeah.
And I'm always just like I can
even-
follow the rhythm and everything. So it's
Yeah.
like, all right, I think I'm just gonna lay back here and start doing that most. So when I got here, I think just fast forward to the U.S. I played in a bunch of like rock bands and metal bands and emo bands. So
Cool.
that was my most parang that was my start. But then like I started meeting all the MCs in the community.
Which
So-
community? Which community?
FCC over at the Excelsior San
Filipino
Francisco,
community.
the Filipino Community Center.
Yeah.
I met JT. JXT, shout out to JT. What's up, bro? We started to form the Boondock Squad. We were in the same high school. I think he was a senior, I was a junior, and then from then on, I became a part of. I was just playing with Boondock Squad, and then still, back in high school. So I was in a few different bands. I have an OPM band with
Wow.
yeah,
OPM.
parang I was playing a lot with like the people I vibe with, and basically whenever they needed someone who could like fill in,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the drummer part, and who's dedicated to put time and practice.
Practice is a big
Doble
thing.
Bara too. I was a drummer of Doble Bara with Ray and PJ, Psycho and Skits. But and then coming into here with when I met Ruby and everyone else in the
Ruby.
in the scene.
Shout out.
Hold on. I have a question.
Balikbayans.
I have a question, real quick. Is there not enough drummer in San Francisco?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, we need a drummer. Let's go.
You're like a drummer for every
Maybe I
band.
should pick up something, Maybe I should pick up drumming.
But I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna call them out now. That's because this is what I feel like what I'm also trying to like accomplish. In my life. Na parang there have to be someone who's like in the same path as me, and I've seen an even younger na parang generation of musicians, pero they're just not really like out there. So we gotta reach out to them.
Okay.
Because I just got a package from the Philippines from this homie. Shout out to Aldrin Alcantara. He's a like a metal drummer from the Philippines. Now he's so good. He was able to basically invest in his own like drumstick brand.
Yeah.
And I just got it. It's here. I'll show it later.
Oh,
But,
cool. We get a sample later.
you know what I mean? Like it's definitely like that's what I'm saying. I feel like I had like something like that. I had to reach out to him because even though he's all the way there, like I know like people from out there's drummers out here. It's just you gotta
find them.
find them,
Yeah,
or you
yeah.
gotta you gotta. I feel like parang like the network of musicians, like what I was telling you with Ang, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I knew
family.
Yeah, like your family.
Yeah.
No.
And yeah, me and Ang know each other for a long time. So it's like, oh shit, he didn't even know that.
And context, Ang is my uncle. And I didn't even know.
Shout
He
out
pulled
to
up before
Solex
this.
Bear.
Yeah.
He was just here earlier.
Shout out to my uncle. That's what I know him by.
Actually, because I asked a question, to really highlight, like it's either there's only a few drummer, or it's either you're just fucking great at it.
Yeah, hopefully.
He's like, yeah.
I'm not. 'Cause I know myself. I'm not the one who the type to boast. Because I need more.
But I will.
I need more practice. I feel
Yeah.
like I know my level, so it's like
It's
But-
like, you're at a certain level, but you could do better. Like that type of thing.
that thing.
But being part of all the bands, whether it's from the Philippines, from Boondocks, from Doble Bara, and now a drummer for Balikbayan with Ruby. What have you learned from all those experience playing in the different bands, and how have you applied it in the new band that you're playing with Balikbayans?
Definitely, I learned to be more. Parang you got to pick up your pace because like earlier in my music, earlier years of playing is I usually parang I just ride my own, and what I learn, or you don't I
You
don't
just go
put
with the flow.
yeah, and I don't put enough like time or effort to practice. So parang again, like it's a learning experience. I learned to keep up with like professional musicians, and the way they treat their craft. And now I spend most of my time trying to do that same practice, because improvement again will only happen if you put enough time
Yeah.
Okay.
and
okay.
effort.
Yeah.
And now you put it all in.
Oh yeah, I quit my job.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
You
wow.
all in.
Full-time
We-
musician?
Yeah, trying to do that, and still, you got to divide time for
We got
everything
side hustles.
else.
Yeah.
We got
You
side
gotta
hustles.
do everything.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
First and foremost is the Bay Area, and it's hella expensive out here.
You gotta do 6 hustles.
Right?
Six. Shout out to
Six
Larry June.
It's so normal here. It's so
Yeah.
normal here.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we were just talking about the other
Yeah, I
day how
remember
like
that.
it's normal to have like more than one job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
2 jobs and a side hustle.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't just do one thing, unless you got all that bread.
Yeah, exactly. Like I remember one time I was speaking to someone and I was like, "Man, I need a side hustle. I need another hustle." And like they asked me what I was doing like on my computer. I was like, "Oh, I'm just looking for another hustle." And they were like, "What do you mean?" And I was like,
What do you mean?
"Because I need money." And they were like, "Yeah, but you already have like 2 jobs." And I'm like, "I know, but like it's a side hustle."
It's not enough, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like, doing a lot of things and able to manage it keeps you on a routine.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you keep doing it, I feel like all of my shit didn't even come hand to hand. I had to start it on a different different moment of my life. But I feel like, drumming stuck to me until, right now, and I was able to do something with it. But doing that and all the other stuff, if you just keep going, you're gonna go somewhere.
Yeah.
Keep at it.
Keep at it.
Yeah.
Keep working at it and get better. You know what I mean? And
If
so-
you fall or whatever happens, there's a block. You gotta, make it through it.
Yeah.
Find a way. Always a way.
yeah.
That's facts.
Okay. So now with Balikbayans, I'm curious, in your perspective, because there's a lot of people in the band and they have their own perspective and how they got together. So I'm curious, on your perspective, your view, how did you meet Ruby and how did Balikbayan came together?
Oh, this is a good one. It's always a good story to tell.
For sure.
Cause so I knew Ruby.
Shout out to Ruby.
Shout out to Ruby. That was Bam. But yeah, shout out to Ruby. I met Ruby I met her through like a bunch of shows before, and this was back when she has I think she's still doing her mixtapes and stuff. I believe she used to come by the city over at Mission Cafe for the open mics. Because usually, like when I think I was in Boondock Squad already, and when we perform there, or that's basically our neighborhood. So like after like class in high school, there's events there, or if they host it every Friday.
Open mics.
Open mics. You've been there, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
I've seen
Yeah.
it, yeah.
And they invite a lot of different MCs in the city. Tapos they come in there, spit their thing, and then, sometimes there's live music. Like there would be a drum kit, and then you'll find me there.
That's where I'm at.
That's where I'm at. And just back again to seeing her, Ruby, in those times. We saw each other again at Mr. Ray and Rich's Native Immigrant release party.
Mr. Ray is the producer, and
He's
Native Immigrant is a rapper.
Rich and Mr. Ray's Native Immigrant album. They had a release party in the city over at Manila iHotel. And then Ruby was on the lineup of the show. because I knew it because I made the shirt.
He knows because he made
I made the shirt, so I
It's
had
all the hustles. It's all the hustles.
Okay. I made the shirt of for the release party.
Yeah.
And we had the lineup in the back, like a whole thing, like a tour tee.
Yeah.
So she was there, and then again we saw each other. I was like, and then she wanted to get one of the shirts because my name's there.
I get it when you say all your
Okay.
hustles connect, so you have hey.
Yeah, you feel me?
I'm a drummer too.
And then oh shit, like I was like, yo, I know you, and then we
know
started
you are.
chopping up. And then parang I was just telling her, shit, I'm excited for your whole thing. And then from then, see Mr. Ray, I knew Mr. Ray and Ruby, but also at that same show, Rocky G is there.
Hey.
Rocky G is our
Saxophone?
Yes,
player,
sir.
yeah.
Nice.
And then Rocky, he's also an MC, so he has his own, he has his own personal music that he pushed, and then he was there as a performer too. So we were all in the same
Vicinity.
Wow.
yeah, we were all in the same event.
The event.
So
I was
one show.
vendoring. Ruby was performing. Mr.
Dang, that's
Ray.
like a movie. Like like I imagine
Yeah,
like
we don't have your movie.
It was a movie. That was that whole scene was like, filled with hella talents.
yeah.
Well, you got a documentary, but when you have the movie,
Yeah,
you know?
man, just
You
like,
have,
I imagine, like,
NWA.
cut
Oh,
scene.
you already know.
Tell me about that. That's surreal.
He
You
gets
know?
interviewed on PYB podcast and talks about it. Wink, wink.
And then we play each other. We play our role in role.
Go on.
But anyways, from there, we were all in the same lineup. I think after a few, when Ruby dropped her album, circa '91, and then everything went off. She started doing the shows, and then I like a year. I think a year later. Her off of the album on the anniversary show, I heard that she wanted to start a band, and then we were all I was just on the shows every time because I with the music and shit, I feel like I was watching something from the infancy through like the way how it happened for every one of us. See Charito and Chen
Astrologic?
who I've known also since open mic days in Mama Cafe in the Mission, came back with Ruby to perform at the Apple show, and then I was like, oh snap, like okay, so and I think it was Ruby just wanted to do something with the musicians and to kind of like do the same thing and play a beat and rap over a beat. So I think they arranged something live together where Charito was singing and Chen is playing guitar.
Mm-hmm.
So when they did that, I was on that show and I was just watching, I was just being a fan with my camera and shit. And then I think after that show, when it finished, I said, "What's up there?" And I was like, "Yo, I heard you were just trying to start a band."
Oh.
And then kind of like from there, we started practicing. And then our first day to like meet all the other members, which is Angelo and Mons.
Mons the keyboard.
Mons, our keyboard player, and then Angelo, our bassist, and he plays the kulintang. We all met at Union City Jollibee.
That's what's up. That's what.
as the whole band already, as Ruby, Ibarra, and the Balikbayans, and then from then on, we just went for it.
That was there. It was
Filipino
it.
band
That was the
story.
beginning of it.
Answer the whole question, yeah.
Filipino band story in the Bay Area.
Right?
I mean, like that's a dope ass collection of artists,
Hell
like
yeah.
talented artists, and I'm a fan of individually and now it's like
As
together.
a collective.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You
I
know
was
what I
watching
mean?
y'all your NPR.
The submission?
The submission.
Oh.
Oh my God.
That was that was over at TFC. That's funny. Yeah.
That's at TVC. Yeah, I was watching it right before this,
no,
bro.
that was no. We shot it at the TFC building.
And then the Wishbone. I saw the Wishbone one too right before today. Dude, I've seen those videos like at least 10 times. At least.
Yeah, the Wish bus experience was dope. Definitely dope. You know, playing inside a bus. It wasn't moving or anything, but it was like, it was set up at a plaza or a mall in the middle, and then they parked it there, and then people can hear you from outside, but then it's like recorded, so after it gets recorded, it will play through the FM radios.
Crazy. That's wild.
So the Wish Bus is this bus in the Philippines that every artist perform live,
Yeah,
right? And
it's a radio station.
and like most of the performances like gets millions and millions of views.
Yeah, I
You
think
know
it's
what I mean?
like it's one of those like stepping stones for artists.
Y'all ready for the absurdity of the day?
He said absurdity. Absurdity.
Absurdity.
Absurdity.
Absurdity.
Absurdity.
Absurd.
Okay, so
That's so absurd.
since we didn't have
Absurd.
El Chumpador today, when we're all Filipino
No
today.
champs.
El Chompodo.
No, we don't have our Latinx homie today. So Jonathan ain't here today. We miss you. But this is gonna be a Filipino one. So
Okay, say it in Tagalog then.
I can't even speak. I know I'm very Americanized. It sucks. But of the 10 top largest shopping malls in the world, 3 are found in the Philippines: SM Mega Mall, SM North EDSA, and SM Mall of Asia.
That's
We were like, we already knew that.
I already know that.
I didn't know that.
That's absurd.
Yeah.
I did not know
The
that.
absurdity. And these malls, you been into these malls?
Yeah,
They're
I'd say
fucking huge.
yes.
Like,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Hella
huge.
stories.
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And people,
I heard. I remember last time I was at SM Mall of Asia. You can't go around the whole mall in one day. What? So it's that big.
Wow.
in one day, you can't go out
In one day, not like just going around it, but you know, if you wanna
check all the
check out all
stores.
the stores, yeah, you can.
That's absurd. That's the first time a
Yeah,
guest
I
told
feel
us
like-
something absurd.
I feel like that's why it's absurd because I know they told us about that,
Yeah.
but I never want to try to like find out.
I got no
Malls
time
are
for
so
that.
draining. I feel like.
Well, what if you sprint? What if you sprint? Is it
I don't know.
You don't see
It's not
anything.
possible? No. That sucks.
Yeah, the mall in Asia is crazy, specifically the Philippines with the SM mall. It's huge.
Wow.
And so it's crazy. Yeah.
And I think one thing I remember in the middle of the mall, they build stages there
for
And then
performances.
For performances,
Shows.
yeah, like mall tours.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
heck?
So it's that big, you know,
that
if
big,
you can
yeah.
imagine.
I mean, it is Mall of Asia. You know, like
Yeah.
yeah.
So, sponsorship. Let's go.
Yes. So, Mykho, why don't you tell us about your band SFXDC? What is it?
Sponsored by SFXDC.
We out here. Yeah, I got products with me right now.
Okay.
And you know, merch. I'm not wearing anything.
Right here.
Over here.
Kyle is wearing one of the jackets.
He put
It's,
me in his backseat, you know, when he came over here from. So I'm one of the products too, you know.
Kyle has the Anorak jacket. So SFXDC suckafreexdumbcity is that's the name, and it's not the brand though, but it's SFXDC.
We'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that. But it's basically I'm purveying kind of like the streetwear media and art for the Bay Area, and I'm really trying to showcase a bunch of different things. Is because I feel like streetwear. I mean, like it's not just like clothes. You feel the whole brand is about like what my perspective is. SFXDC is my eyes.
Yeah.
What my vision, and so I featured the people I meet through artists, through music, just like earlier, the whole connection with the hustles, and And now I just released the beeper speakers
Okay.
by Bumpbox. Shout out to Nump. It's Bluetooth and like media. I know I released something like this because I feel like people need it, or I feel like SFXDC is the vibe. It's something that the people would remember as a thing.
I might buy that right now. Let me see that.
And then, I got a bunch of different. This is a collaboration. I'm just gonna give you a preview. It's a collaboration. It's a box toy truck by TYO Toys, and it was a collaboration with art with my boy.
What's TYO? Is that trick your own?
No, I think I forgot the meaning for the TYO, but TYO Toys sells the blank truck, and I had it custom by my boy Night Owl.
Oh, hand painted.
Hand painted. And Night Owl is one of the homies who's a street artist, and so this is what I meant when I say streetwear media and art. So I'm getting my boy Night Owl featured on my magazine that I'm working on.
Oh,
and
wow.
Wow.
Yeah, just a lot of things. I create toys or art. We showcase art in these kind of avenues where, people could appreciate it. Come to the hub and appreciate the whatever they see. So and then I do sell streetwear too. Because I am a streetwear fan.
Yeah.
I'm a streetwear enthusiast. I'm a big fan for the whole culture, and even in the Philippines, it's bigger. And then knowing a lot of people in the Bay Area, I feel like my whole MO for the brand is to, kind of showcase all this and let people know about the wave.
Yeah. Man, honestly, I see your shit everywhere, bruh.
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh, I know that motherfucker. I know that. That's my friend. That's my friend. When you see something and you're like, and you know the people and you get so proud of it. You're like, yep, that's my boy.
Yeah. That's the same thing. That's the same thing I feel about, if because I keep it very personal, and when I see everything, and I knew it came from me. So it's I feel some type of way.
Yeah.
Because for the bigger brands, it's like, that's just normal.
It's just another number.
Yeah, it's a statistic. So when I do something and I feel like I see a lot of people tell me that, pero parang I feel like they're just they're just trying to gas me up. Pero I guess it's out there,
Yeah.
Gas you up. Let's go.
Gas you up.
All right, what's in the back over there? Showcase that.
Last one.
And then I have my fanny pack with me.
Can't go wrong with that.
Oh.
So
For festivals.
I make everything.
Yes, exactly.
I make everything by intention, because I feel like as a brand you want to do something that tells something about you.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's like, would you wear it?
And would you wear it? And then it's the real fans who's getting the parang that's absurd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like diehard Supreme fans buying a Supreme brick, that type of thing.
So basically, compared to Supreme, the biggest, it's something that I'm doing that tells about. So it's my vision, whatever I feel like releasing, and whatever I feel like people would appreciate or could be used.
It's
beautiful.
So that's our sponsorship, but let them know where they can find you, bruh.
You can find it on IG at SFXDC Gram, at SFXDC on Facebook, and at SFXDC. Same thing on Twitter. But just follow me on socials at Myk Films, MYK Films. And then the website is www.suckafreexdumbcity.com.
Hey.
Link in bio. The
Link in bio.
Link in bio. The link will be in the bio.
Right here.
Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing that. Well, actually, let's get into it deeper. Let's go. Sucker Free X Dumb City, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, which is, I want to talk about that. Let's go. Let's break it down.
Check it out.
So what got you? Why the SFXDC? Why Sucker Free Dumb City? How did that happen?
So the brand name, the name came from it came from at first it was because I live in SF in Daly City.
Yeah, SFXDC.
Oh.
I lived in both, and I moved here around '07 and lived in SF, and then like after all of that, moved to Daly City. But now I stay in Daly City. So I was trying to. I've been always like living. I've been in the border like the whole time, and I feel like a lot of SF folks are repping SF, but not a lot of people are like too very of Daly City. So I was like, oh, what can I do to bring it both? Parang get that connect, that link. Na parang I'm from out here, but I'm trying to rep the other side as well, because I get the taste of the two things.
Yeah.
So I think I started using the letters, and I formed SFXDC. But then at first I didn't know what to mean. Like for me, it's like a location. Like, and I keep when people ask, I keep telling them, San Francisco, Daly City, because that's the hood. That's where I'm from, and I don't want to keep saying that because I feel like okay. So I had to think of a meaning that would resonate, and I think one time I was just blasted, and I thought about suckafreexdumbcity, because the term sucker freeze it's been a term about SF, where if you know what you're doing, you ain't gonna get lost. Kasi diba, you're sucker free.
Sucker free.
You ain't one of the suckers on the side, diba?
Yeah.
And the whole dumb city thing is how the whole hyphy movement in the Bay is very influential. And during the time I came I went to high school, that was the thing. That was the whole
That was the vibe.
That was the whole vibe. But it was about to die, and the turf dancers and everyone else is kind of like picking it up, and it stayed for a bit. But people who kind of like want to keep it going are still on it even right now. Shout out to the turf dancers. My cousin is one of the big influence who kind of put me on, because coming from the Philippines, I was I was into like a lot of like metal and rock stuff, but learning the whole parang hip hop scene in America, and parang I started to meet a lot of people, so they influenced me through there. But I was already like I was into like clothes, so my love for clothes already, like, it took a spin and made me create SFXDC.
Oh, what year was that when you started this? suckafreexdumbcity?
Yes, I'd say officially I started 2016.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Yeah, but like previous years, around early 2012, I started making clothes for my crew. So parang I just enjoyed doing it for parang so people can wear it like a uniform.
For you and your friends.
Yeah, for me and my friends, and then I started designing more, and turned it into the streetwear brand. It is. Yeah.
That's
So,
cool.
what year was that in terms of when you were using suckafreexdumbcity? And
It's 16.
there was another company that actually said serve you the cease and desist.
Yeah.
And how did you feel at that moment? That's because someone is like, yo, you can't use that name. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So talk about that.
Definitely. When that incident happened, where someone reached out to me, and then this guy called me up and he told me that, you should stop using the term, because it was registered to him like a trademark, so it's legally, like, it's not your parang, there would be a conflict, because we sell the same things.
Oh.
It felt like, it's something that I feel like it was a hiccup, because at the same time it's like a big parang hiccup, like a phlegm.
Yeah.
That it's hard to swallow, because now you got to deal with like legal things
Legal
around it, and back then I wasn't even like full on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was a hobby that I think it's just gonna be a hobby. But then when that thing came, I was like, oh, it felt different. Now I gotta step it up.
Yeah.
And it made me more hungry because at the end of our conversation, if you're watching this,
Let them know.
Shout out to you, but I'm not gonna name you. This guy hit me up and he was like, maybe you can just come by to my store and work with me. So I was just like, okay. And then we hang up. And then, it just gassed me up and turned it into a real kind of thing that you know what? I should take it seriously because now people find it as a competition. And, if him offering me a job is he thinks the answer, then, I'd say I do it on my own.
Yeah.
So that's why it is SFXDC.
Oh, because the other guy was SFDC?
No, he was sucker free. He was using the sucker free.
Yeah, and I feel it's just a word. It's just words that are in it. Pero you gotta be. This whole legal game it's all just paperwork and stuff.
Yeah.
Which is it's the right way, but creating something out of the words is just like what get people interested. But if you create a brand that is like authentic and it's you. And it is me, like what I was telling it's like my visuals. SFXDC is just letters.
Yeah.
It could be anything you want.
Yeah, exactly. That's true.
So for folks out there that's starting out some type of brand, whether it's streetwear, whether it's any type of brand, make sure that you register your trademark or actually search for that specific name. It is very important because this also happened to me.
There you go.
Work out the legalities, y'all.
Like what I'm saying, learn from your elders.
Yeah. And I remember you hit me up. You remember that shit?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yo,
I'm in legal shit right now. Help me out.
Yeah.
So I was like, I was sharing also with him in terms of I got served a cease and desist because at the time the Know Your Roots apparel, someone else registered it, and it was like a surfing company, and I was like. Yeah, they gave me the paperwork. They went to the legal approach, and they shut me down basically. So because when you search for that specific Know Your Roots apparel, I was everywhere, and they couldn't find themselves.
Yeah.
And the only approach of shutting it down is like through legal ways. You know what I mean?
They're like, oh, we trademarked this name. What do you got?
Yeah. So
It's
now
like,
they
damn.
shut down all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's really about like
It's really about making sure you get the right things going on.
Yeah.
And so you don't get conflict and stuff because you don't want to deal with that like when you're already like established. So
Good thing there's no DJs that have asthma.
Look that up.
I'm pretty sure.
And who would actually like use it to brand their whole thing? Like, oh, I'm asthmatic.
Who say
Let me.
asthmatic? Come on now. Well, you never know.
Actually,
though.
have you looked that up?
Yeah, have you looked that up?
No one is named asthmatic. At
Okay.
all.
I think you're good.
But before you blow up, let's legalize it just
Let's
in
get the
case.
paperwork. Let's
Yeah,
get the
just in case
paperwork.
someone wants to make shit under your name.
And
God.
we also have someone in the room that's an aspiring,
Yes, sir.
aspiring to get in the streetwear. I don't know who that.
Kyle, let us know.
I have like a shirt. That's
Let
it.
us know
I
about.
was expecting a different answer.
I just have a shirt. That's it.
Yeah, he sells tie-dye shirts. I know because
I didn't know that.
No, I just have a DJ asthmatic shirt. I just have
yeah.
Might help out with that. Yeah.
No, but for sure, like your name in itself is a brand.
Yeah.
You're a brand.
Always remember that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. That's why like every time like I post stuff, I'm like, dang, bro, like this is like me trying to like sell who I am.
Yes.
Yep.
It's like, yeah.
Exactly.
So you gotta always
are-
represent
you-
yourself to the fullest.
You are your
Exactly.
own content.
Yeah,
Hey, there we
exactly.
go. That's the word.
Well, like on the real though, like all these social media applications are making their money off the content that we create.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what does it look like for us to actually benefit from the content that we create?
Yeah. Like if you're making money off me, I better make money off of you making money off of me. Like,
Something like that.
And yeah,
That's it.
I feel like I want to, speak on this now too. Like I dig what you said about the vice versa, but like once we control our own media and you benefit from it as an individual, then the amount of like people who would support you is as genuine as the people you fuck with.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's true.
Diba, you don't like, because I feel like y'all heard about the numbers for like the fake followers and stuff.
Yeah.
So imagine that like people had like a certain amount of followers that are even real.
Right?
So,
Yeah.
Actually, I can't afford even to buy followers.
I know.
I'm like, that would be nice, but I can't afford that shit.
and it's just a numbers game for the big companies.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Like it matters. I feel like it matters more like the impact you make on each individual than the numbers. Yeah.
Forget about it.
Exactly. I would rather have 10 like loyal as fuck than 100 fake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just need that 10. That's it.
That's
And then
what's up.
They'll support you with everything that you do. I've had a few people like that. Like not a lot of people have bought my stuff, but there's like a few people that genuinely support all the time. You know what I'm saying? And that's all that matters to me. As long as it's like that, then that's it. It's cool. Like exactly what you're saying. It doesn't matter about the numbers at all.
You gotta start with with a genuine intention.
Exactly.
Build those
And
relationships.
that's what gonna keeps you going. If you're gonna know, the people that are on if you love what you do, you're gonna be on it for the whole time, like the rest of your life. Parang it's not overnight. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
you gotta pay your dues.
Oh,
Exactly.
so you have the band, Balikbayan, part of Balikbayan, the drummer, and now you have SFXDC as the brand, streetwear. Are there any other hustles that I don't know about? Or we don't know about?
I mean, I'm gonna just give this a little.
Okay,
I'm gonna
okay.
give a little hint. I'm trying to get into the cannabis industry.
Okay.
Another hustle. Wow.
I mean, I'm already doing distribution.
He's already consuming it.
As a consumer and a distributor, I would.
Yeah, but like it's about to boom, y'all. It's
For sure.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the green rush in America, and legally, if people are, parang they spend a lot of money on it.
Yeah.
So it's it's like a necessity now, but at the same time, it's like it's something that has it has won a lot of people's vote. That's why it's out there, and I think it's good to know how to parang make money off of it, because it's taxable in the state.
Yeah. It's a legal business.
And our economy's down, so we gotta step it up. And if having people like get to like in California legally to try it and consume it, well, not consume it every time, but in a balanced way, regular, not parang moderately.
For sure.
That's the word. It's a thing, and I'm trying to tap in with the marketing team.
Okay. So
yeah.
you're gonna be like Biggie.
Like Biggie.
I'm not.
I got a story to tell. You seen the documentary?
What did Biggie say?
I didn't even see the
documentary?
The documentary yet.
What do you mean? What did he say?
What Biggie say?
More money, more problems.
No. He said, I'm not only the client, I'm the player president. Come on, let's go. Actually, I used that reference here, and I think they didn't get it. I used it before, and they were like, okay. It shows the age. I'm getting old.
Let me get Gen Z's, right? Gen Z's.
Yeah, we're like at the edge of Gen Z and millennial.
Wait, how old are you guys?
Guess.
Dun dun dun. It's hard with the mask on.
21.
Yeah, I'm 21.
You said last time?
Did I say it last time? I don't know.
Are you like 20? You just turned
20?
20. That's good. I like that. 22. 22.
You just turned 22.
Yeah, I'm 24.
Well, you know.
That's good. Usually people say older. So some dude called me 40 the other day. He thought I was 40 years old at the gym. He's like, you 40 years old? Nah.
Nah, bro, I'm 22.
Like, what?
Oh yeah. Well, sorry. Back to the hustle.
Yeah, all that hustle. That's what's up.
And then I do that, and yeah, I'm still trying to do. Of course, I'm trying to get into the the media field.
Film industry.
And then that's it. I mean, I'm basically like an all around person. I want to try to help a lot of people too. Like I'm trying to get my mom's. I'm trying to help my mom's like sell her like food stuff.
Oh, nice.
You know.
Catering?
That's just like in homemade stuff.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
It's the hustle, bro.
It's natural.
Yeah.
You gotta do something to survive.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, in the Philippines, all of my family, they have like homemade stuff that they sell. They like what's this called? They
This-
have like pickups and drop offs.
Yeah, pick up and drop offs. Those stuff.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you the question. Like, you're working with media, you studied a little bit of it, and so what do you see? What project do you see happening? Like, what is your dream vision? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think my whole dream, the maybe the whole thing for SFXDC is I want it to be a network, where it could. I've been saying this too. I've always wanted it to be the next MTV.
Oh, wow.
Kind of like, but showcase a different point of view of it. Coming through my point of view of like what's the next culture is gonna be. I'm always saying the next culture because people get old, and like I'm from a generation. It was like retro, like beepers, 90s. I'm not a 90s baby. Technically I am. I'm a 93, but I mean, like after that, parang the next generation right now is the younger kid, the younger folks, the youth.
Yeah.
So I feel like
That's them over there.
yeah.
That's us.
So, like for me, if I I believe in the youth, the power of it, and the power of
Yeah.
media. So I feel like whatever the youth is into, and like I'm always in that side. I say like I want to, I'm not getting any younger, but I know my vision for the thing as SFXDC and at the Bay Area, the people, the culture. It's that's what it is. Like I want to form a network, a television, basically,
That's what's
a
up.
channel that you could see on.
That represents the culture.
Yeah, a channel that
now.
you could see on your Apple TV, on your Hulu.
Yeah.
Diba? Parang
On
something
like
that.
Netflix, a new episode. You know what I'm saying?
SFXDC. Yeah.
But maybe the channel or
Oh,
as a
yeah,
network to
channel.
say, that's what it is. It's at the end of the conversation. Clothes is just clothes, but then if you build the whole thing about it, then it's gonna be something. Merch is merch, and art is art, and as is what you get, and the story is how everything connects.
Wow.
And I feel like that's what I really meant when I wanted to provide something, and being it from SF and Daly City made the whole meaning about it. That's what it is.
That's what's up. Yeah, hey, you gotta dream big. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
aim
where
for
it all
the-
starts.
Yeah, aim for the stars.
That's what's up.
Shoot for the moon.
Sky's the limit.
And until you get there,
Let's go. So, what are the upcoming projects for SFXDC, and what are the upcoming things that are happening with Balikbayans?
Let's do it. Take it one at a time. Maybe,
Let's go.
Maybe the SFXDC stuff first, but I'm releasing some new stuff for spring and summer. Like I just had a recent release of the bump box beeper speakers, Bluetooth.
Okay.
So it's it's retro and it's portable, wireless. I feel like this is what we need right now, or the people. I think that people are gonna need because we don't have the party.
No, everyone's outside, bro. That's what we need. You're right.
No, I mean everyone's inside, right?
Oh, yeah.
Or,
That's
we can't really gather, but you bring the party to you.
Okay.
Hey, exactly.
Okay.
Play DJ
I
Asthmatc
said that
mix
right.
on the
Bring
speaker.
the party
I
to
just
you.
said that right. I said that right.
Okay.
Hey,
If
you're
you party
listening?
to you, I got that audio dope. Meet me in
Yes,
the
sir.
block.
Hey, and then play DJ Asthmatc's mix on there too. Turn on that home.
Get that plug.
I got the Hyphy Volume 1 and 2 on SoundCloud.
Okay.
And then I think in the future I'm probably gonna have the magazine released. I can't say a date yet, but I'm gonna have a magazine filled with like people and things that you want to know.
Okay.
If you're
Okay.
from
I seen the samples. I
if
seen
you're-
the samples.
If you're from the Bay Area, and then
Hey.
more toys, people to expect, and because I love art, I stick with art and I'll hustle art. So.
Yeah.
How about a Mykho action figure?
A Funko.
Yeah.
Maybe. Shout out to Funko. Let's tap in.
Tap in. Collab. Okay. Balikbayans. What you got going on for
Oh
Balikbayans?
man, I can't really give out too much.
Okay.
What? There's something?
Coming
Not-
soon.
Coming soon. No, I don't know. Pero there's a lot of bangers on the new
The new upcoming
the new Ruby
album.
No, I heard about that. I heard
Yeah,
about that.
let's
I can't
go.
wait. Oh shit.
Okay.
Okay. That's it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
And it.
And
You
She's like,
just
okay,
do
go
it
ahead.
like that. Thank you again, Mykho. Thanks for
Thank
coming
you.
out today,
Thanks
bro.
for having me. Shout out to everyone
Oh,
who's watching.
I forgot because he has to do the thing.
Yeah. But before we end, we're gonna have some performance from Mykho, and he will be on that motherfucking drum set. So you're gonna see some fire. Hey, that.
Okay.